Hello and welcome to episode 4. As you guys saw, we have some pretty big, exciting goals this episode. Wanted to quickly thank everybody for their continued support, and let's get going.
So now that we have the rune crossbow, the next thing we're working on is 61 ranged. We're going to do most of our range training with the bone crossbow, but to wield the bone crossbow, you need, I think it's 28 ranged, so where we're going to do our early range levels is through the reward from the Shadow of the Storm quest. It'll give us 10k range XP, and it's also a requirement for Mithril Gloves, so kind of had two birds, one stone going on there. Okay, then if we use this on him, golem completed. Now on to Shadow of the Storm. There we go. Should be the quest completed. Gonna round the prey on if it's screwed up. There we go. We want range though when doing the quest. 2 range into 27 range. Beautiful. And with the Lost Tribe quest completed, we are now able to buy Dorgeshan crossbow and the bone bolts. And here's the store. We'll get one of the crossbows for about 2k and a few thousand bone bolts, I think. Maybe let's go for like 4,000. I think that's a good number. And from here we will go and do Ava's quest to get the backpack to save these bolts from disappearing on us. Alright, so I lied about going to do the Ava's quest. I'm training range here on Fossil Island, and you'll also see that I picked up some volcanic ash to make ultra compost. Right here, about to get 50 range, which after we get that we'll actually go and do the Ava's quest so we can get the upgraded Ava's device instead of the low tier one. And also plan on doing this easy clue. So there's 50 range, blue dehyde, magic short bow. So yeah, see you guys in a bit. Okay, so I've collected all the items now for doing the Ava's quest. I am making the ultra compost now though, because I'm running out of inventory space and really want to drop this volcanic ash. So you can see we've got about 100. Make these last 5 and we'll be done. So I'm working on getting a ball of wool for the Ava's accumulator quest and killing imps to do it. And I'm 3 beads deep already without the ball of wool. I got these shears, so I could just go and, shear a sheep and spin it and all that, but I'm so deep in with these beads that I feel like I just gotta get the 4th at this point. Well, we got all 4 beads before we got the ball of wool, so I think I'm just gonna go and do the sheep. Alright, so after what seemed like an eternity, I think we should be done with the quest. Yep, there we go. Backpack obtained, and I think this is actually the tier 2 backpack for 50 range since we got 50 range first, so save us a little bit of hassle there. Is it really that easy? Yeah, I guess it really is that easy. Okay. I can purchase an amulet from him? Ah, okay. You just trade in the beads. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, so we finished up a couple of the quests, and I just finished setting up my first set of birdhouse runs. This is going to be really good for getting some passive hunter levels and unlocking eclectics for medium clues and whatnot, so starting those finally. Alright, we should be completing Gertrude's cat here, get the cat growing as we go and train and do our birdhouse and farming run, so that by the time it's time to do the Myth Glove quest we have a cat, make it a lot faster. Alright, so I was gearing up to start doing some range training and maybe some magic training, and I figured I can do some birdhouse runs in there and some farm runs. So I was going to go in suicide to get out all the seeds from the looting bag. But then I remembered that I just got this little cat from Gertrude's cat that I was trying to grow. And I figured, oh, he's right there in the inventory. I figured, if I die with him, I'll just lose him and I'll lose the few minutes of progress. So it'd be better to put him in the menagerie in the house. But Jagex thinks that kittens need more personal care and attention than a pet house can provide. So now the cat dies, because I am suiciding. Alright, now we get the inventory set up for farm runs, for birdhouse runs, and for killing ogresses. The goal I'm going for is enough nature runes to superheat the iron ore into iron knives. So I need 220 in total. And then, yeah, we'll use those iron knives to continue training range. So I didn't mention earlier, but one of the things we're ultimately looking to do here is to clear out some of the looting bag spaces so that we have room to store items from TOB and from Cox. TOB and Cox will give you some of the herbs and the gold and the coal and some of the uncut gems, but there are lots of items that come from there that I wouldn't otherwise be able to store if I don't start clearing out some of this space. So that is another objective we're looking to knock out. I'm not sure I highlighted it earlier, but we're 2 steps into this easy clue here that requires a gold ring, bronze dagger, and iron full helm. The top 2 items I can just buy from stores, but the gold ring I wasn't sure where to get. So I'm hoping that one of the birdhouses from this first birdhouse run will give us that, and we can knock this clue out and maybe get something nice. So we just finished up our first herb and birdhouse run, and I was going to go train range, and then I remembered that the shop up here in the Champions Guild actually sells some ranging gear, so I'm going to get the best ranging gear I can, and I'll go grab a leather body from, I think, the Archers Guild, or somewhere in Varrock sells one, so, yep. And our cat has grown up. Alright, got the stew for Evil Dave. Think that should finish the quest up. Planning on kind of starting to work on some of these to get the myth gloves so that we can have best in slot gloves for TOB. Alright, we got the slop of compromise now. Turn it in. 1 step closer to myth gloves. And I also just completed the fishing contest, which means I can do the giant dwarf right after, so look for that soon. And 1 step closer, dwarf done. So I've been killing these Ogress Warriors for quite a while here because they have a 1 in 16-ish drop rate for nature runes, and I was going to use the nature runes to superheat the iron ore, make them into knives, train range, and then, clear up the inventory spot, but I actually have not gotten a single nature rune drop yet, so I'm starting to think I may need a new method to get some nature runes. So I think the method I'm going to use to get nature runes and couple of thieving levels while I'm at it as well probably is these chests upstairs in East Arty. Looting that one gives you a nature rune and 25 XP, and you come over here for 125 XP and I think 50 GP or something, and swap worlds after, so getting some good XP, a little bit of money, and the nature's a need. So just to kind of show you guys the method that I'm making iron knives with them, they have 7 open inventory spots, but basically we unlock the ore at the bank, bring it over here, so we have the tome, we don't need fire runes, we have the natures, make our bars, make them into knives. Once we're done, use the ore on the bank, get 7 more, and do it again. Alright, so we're going to head down to Chaos Druids to use some of these iron knives at, get ourselves some Mithril bolts as we're going, and hopefully some Herbler XP. If we get some Guam leaves, then turn them into potions right down there, and the Druids can also drop vials of water, so potentially a few hundred XP extra, and some of the herbs that we can use immediately, like Garret Leaves, Renars, and Harlanders. I think I will stack them up in the inventory, and once we get enough, we'll bring them over to the Leprechaun and note him up, so yeah, get some good Herbler XP. Alright, just use our last knife at Chaos Druids. Check out the loot on the screen here. See some of it in the inventory as well. Some of the noted herbs. Say it was overall a pretty good place to go. Got 159 Mithril bolts that I think we'll be using with the crossbow very soon. Alright, I'm being a little bit toxic and shooting other people's rock crabs because I'm out of food and just need a little bit more XP, but this is a very, very big level on the account. 61 range, which means we can equip the rune crossbow, which is buried at the very far right center of the loading bag. So yeah, exciting times. I'm going to try to rush to 52 herb lore now, and then we'll get into some seriously pod content. Alright, so we've suicided, and we've equipped the brand new rune crossbow for the first time. And we've got all sorts of herb lore supplies here that I believe will get us exactly to 52 herb lore, which is our goal for right now. And then the pod content begins. Alright, at long last. 52 herb lore, which means bushroot leaf potions. Super energy as well. I'll just quickly open up the sidebar here. We're getting 60k XP an hour, which is actually a lot faster than I thought we were getting, so Yeah, that's my first big agility, or not agility, herblore grind on this account, and it was not pleasant. That felt like it took forever, but now we're ready for the seriously hype content. Let's get it. Alright guys, it's actually finally time to do a Chambers of Xeric run. You'll notice some of the gear we have, the rune sword here for meleeing. I'm not sure how much damage we'll actually get to do on Olm's melee hand because of limited food supply. I'm going to be making the Xeric Sades minus, which I'm fearful are going to heal either a 3, 4, or 5 per sip, so I really don't have much margin for error, but that's the fun of it. See some of the other gear, the Addy pickaxe, because I can't wield a rune because I'm 38 mining. Get the myth bolts, of course. The tome, and I got I have death runes and chaos runes. Reason being, if I can get we get an iron buddy coming with us who has T-bow and whatnot, so if he can get the muta or the tecton killed, then I'll have an overload plus that I'm able to use that'll get my magic up above 59, so I could use the fire blast spell, and yeah, I think it'll add on like 6 or so, maybe 8 to my damage, so pretty big deal. If he can get me that would be great. If not, we'll make do with what we have. But yeah, this is so we get going. The pre-made chocolate bombs, they heal 16, so do the tangled toad's legs. And in the raid, I'm thinking we'll make some of the aids and just kind of see what they heal. I'm, like I said, not too optimistic, but definitely super excited to do this. This is the most excited event on this account so far, and probably the most excited event on RuneScape in a while, so definitely hyped. Let's go. Alright guys, here's the raid we're doing. We have Mystics and we have Tech and Muta, so multiple chances for the big iron here to get us an overload and allow us to use our death runes during Olm, which will be a big DPS increase. You'll notice we're a sub 50 combat. Here are the stats. I don't know if anybody cares, but here's the looting bag going into it, so yeah, we're super hyped. Let's get it.
Say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. Say you're sorry. Oh, maybe I'll leave. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. Can you see it? The worst is over. The monsters in my head are scared of love. Fallen people, listen up. It's never too late to change your love. So don't let them steal your life. Don't let them break your stride. There's light on the other side. You'll see all the raindrops falling behind. It's a revolution, and we'll make it out tonight. It's a revolution. 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 Worst is over. The monsters in my head are scared of love. Falling people, listen up. It's never too late to change your love. So don't let them steal your life. Don't let them break your stride. There's light on the other side. You'll see all the raindrops falling behind. It's a revolution, and we'll make it out tonight. It's a revolution. It's a revolution. It's a revolution. It's a lightheaded on edge. Why am I breathless? Too late to pretend. I'm not acting reckless. What you do to me, the tension is making little waves. You went and you messed up my gravity through off reality. Now I'm so restless. I was afraid that I'd never feel like my heart went through the ceiling. You got me shaking it, I don't know why. What a funny kind of feeling. Trying to fight it, then we collided, and I kinda like it, I never knew. Guess what I'm saying is, there's no explaining it. You brought back the butterflies. was afraid that I'd never feel like my heart went through the ceiling. You got me shaking it, I don't know why. What a funny kind of feeling. Trying to fight it, then we collided, and I kinda like it, I never knew. Guess what I'm saying is, there's no explaining it. You brought back the butterflies.
You're burning. So, oh, nice. Alright. Good luck.
Good luck.
Hide the chats.
Aw,
Wait.
The deathless though?
Yeah? Yeah, that was nice.
So, what's the point?
Heist, you have to get your stuff, eh?
I know.
Yeah, just making sure. Just run out. Survivor.
We did it, dude. 5.6k points. I mean,
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad for level, what, 49?
That's nice.
You brought back the butterflies.